sauerkraut, I guess they call it.
Okay, good morning. We are going to make Bohemian sauerkraut, and this recipe was from my grandma Radloff, Ella Radloff, and this is her recipe that she made forever, and I love it. Everybody loves it, and I'm documenting how to make it so that I never forget. And so this is the Saturday after Thanksgiving of 2023. We're here in my mom's kitchen, and we're gonna start with 3 cans of sauerkraut in jars. And we're gonna start with dumping them into the crock pot. That's pretty easy. Nothing too scientific there. You can hit pause. Because we have to add water anyway. You want to get all the goodness out of here. All that good kraut. And then we're going to ask the expert on how to tell if that's enough water.
Oh, that's plenty.
That's
Yeah,
plenty?
yep, it's plenty.
Okay. Now do we need to give it a stir? Oh, looks like she's got that all taken care of already. Okay. So now we can just plug it in till we're ready for the next thing, right?
Yeah, well, I know, I heard it's cooking already. It starts to cook on its own.
Oh, I thought you were going to take... Alright, so what we're going to do is sauerkraut doesn't smell the greatest when it's cooking, so we're going to actually take this out to the garage so that the smell is out there. So I'm going to go do that, and we'll see you back here in, what, an hour?
Something like that.
Alright. Okay, so now the next part of making our kraut is cooking up some bacon. I'm using Hormel Black Label original thick cut bacon. Really, I guess you could use just about anything. I'm going to cook it up in my Ninja Foodie because I think that's the very best way to cook bacon. When I do that, I use Air Crisp and I take it down to 350 and hit start. And then when you start hearing it sizzle, after, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes, then you'll want to start stirring it every now and then. If you don't want to do it in your air fryer or your foodie or whatever, just cook it up however you cook your bacon. But this is what I love my bacon in the air fryer. It's crispy, it's delicious, and the cleanup is easy. Okay, we've been cooking our bacon, and it looks like it's done. Now I cooked up a really big package of bacon because that's what I had in the freezer. It was probably 1.5 pound package, but we're gonna use about 1/2 pound of bacon. You can do it however you want, however much bacon you want, you can customize it. And of course, if you don't have as much sauerkraut, then you won't probably use as much either. So, okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of the grease from the inner pot into my frying pan so that we can brown up these 2 yellow onions that I just got done chopping up. Alright, there's my onions in the frying pan with the bacon grease, and we're starting to brown these up. And so we'll be back after these are brown. Okay, so my onions are done cooking, and we're just gonna let them sit for now. Meanwhile, over here we have the next step is going to happen. We're going to grate up 2 potatoes, and that will go into the sauerkraut to thicken it. So we'll be back here in a second. Alright, so I'm going to take my 2 peeled potatoes and I'm going to just use this side and I'm going to grate up these potatoes.
No, I hate that.
Alright, so here's our kraut. We brought it in from the garage. And we're going to add in the 2 potatoes that I just got done slicing up using that side of the grater, the side that I usually grate cheese with. And so we're going to add this in, and then we'll add in the onions that we browned and then the bacon.
And the caraway.
And then there's going to be caraway seeds that go into it. And I think that's it. Then you just let it sit in the crock pot and it's still on high until we're ready to eat it.
I'm gonna just say, measure out 2 tablespoons full and see what that looks like.
This is 2 tablespoons, people.
Probably just put the whole thing in.
There's not a whole lot left in
I
this
know.
container, so I don't know how to get this. But this is what it looks like at this point in time. We have our potato in there. We have our onions browned in the bacon grease. We have our bacon, and we ended up putting quite a bit of bacon in it because that was a really big package, but this is a really big
If you wanted
amount.
to put an amount, I'd put about 3/4 of those. Like those 12-ounce packages of bacon would be about right.
A 12-ounce package would be about right. There you have it, the scientific measurement. And again, nothing's exact here because it really doesn't matter. You just kind of want to get the general feel of our sauerkraut, because it's not the holidays without this kraut at our house here at the Radloffs. All right, we'll see you back here when we're closer to being ready to eat.
That way, it's all the leftovers.
Here's the final product. It's ready to eat.
Pine trees and tips of Christmas trees and what